Now, if you're someone out there that's struggling in your trading, let me share with you a strategy that will not only help you become profitable, but it'll also help in terms of growing your account size. If you are limited with capital or funding, this will help, compound your account so that you can slowly grow it and start taking payouts. Now, anyone out there that's watching that has a real small account size of say $1,000, I would say to start off with the micro e-mini futures. Okay, there are a lot of different accounts you can not accounts but contracts you can actually trade, like the index markets. All right, there you have the micro ES, the micro Nasdaq. So spend some time kind of looking and finding which markets you want to actually trade. I trade the Nasdaq. So the micro version of the E-mini would be the MNQ. That's the micro Nasdaq. Or you could trade the MES. Again, that's the micro S&P 500. But if you're all about trying to become established and learn a strategy, I know a lot of you probably Googling and going on the YouTube, trying to find something or a system that's going to work for you. The key to it all is understanding structure within the market. And that's where I'm going to share with you just a simple strategy, just using basically two charts. That's all you really need. You need a higher time frame or higher base chart, okay, and a lower time frame chart. All right, I'm using range charts. So if I use my higher range chart, I'm going to be using a lower range chart to get into a trade. I preferably like to use my 120 as my higher range chart and then a lower range chart of a 24. Okay. All I'm looking for is to find either a supply or demand zone. You heard it right. I'm trading based on aggressive buying and selling that is coming into the markets. All right. Whether we're pushing to the upside or to the downside. It's very simple. When it comes to structure, all you need to know is if we are in bullish mode to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, or we are very bearish, making lower lows and lower highs. Okay. We want to be able to see and identify areas in which the market may be reversing just as well. Okay. So stay tuned for the next video. There will be a video that I will be dropping probably sometime next week for those that are kind of struggling with structure. I'm going to kind of be giving a short kind of course, in a sense, a video making a topic around that topic, showing you what structure looks like, what you should be paying attention to, what has helped me along the way when it comes to becoming profitable. All right, I've been trading 14 years, profitable for 12 of those years, I would say. But you have to understand that if you don't know the direction, if you haven't formed a bias, if you do not know which way to trade, that's where you're going to suffer at. So the strategy works like this. Figure out the direction, okay? What are we doing? You can see here we are in a bullish channel to the upside. So that means we're constantly doing what? We're breaking structure above new highs that are, well, I should say, making new highs and breaking above highs as they're created. So, for example, we made a high here, pull back, broke this high here. And we keep doing that. It's like a wave moving to the upside, as you can see here. Within those moves, we're looking for big opportunities where the market is pushing with a lot of force or momentum to the upside and creating aggressive buying. If the market is pushing to the downside, then we'll be doing the opposite of and looking for aggressive areas of selling in the market where the market is breaking structure, basically meaning making lower lows and lower highs. So if you can mark off your charts and start with a higher range chart or a higher time frame chart, whatever it may be that you're trading, whether it's tick time or volume, you mark it off that higher chart first. If you identify a nice pullback to a key area of demand or supply, in this case here, this would be, a push up, breaking structure here, pull back to a key area of demand right here. Why is this demand? You have to know this by now. It's an area where the market is breaking structure to the upside for one, but we also have aggressive buying. That's the part we're looking at. What makes up a demand zone? The actual aggressive buying. So we're waiting for the market to pull back to this key area right here, okay? And when it does, that's when I'm engaging or looking for an opportunity on my lower range chart to get into a trade to actually go long because we're bullish. I'm not interested in anything but going long because the market has not reversed to the downside here at all. We are in bullish mode to the upside. So when we pull back to this area, well, first and foremost, I'm going to mark this zone off, okay? So this is how it works. Making structure, breaking structure to the upside, highs, higher lows, highs, higher lows, breaking structure above highs here, new high, okay? and then it comes back. This is a break of structure above this high right here. I'm going to mark off this demand zone right here, aggressive buying that took out this area, the last high that it made or came off of, okay? So when the market comes back to that actual zone, I'm going to be interested on the higher time frame to look for something on my lower time frame to take a trade from. I'm not trading. I'm going to say this again. I am not trading from the higher base chart. Why? Because there could be a lot of movement, or it could be a lot of pullback, so the market could test this area, push up some, and then come back. And within those one candle, it's like for example here on 120 range chart, that's a 30-point move. You do not want to be taking a lot of drawdown on. You want to be minimizing not say minimizing. You want to be zeroing in, getting to more of a precise entry point, and the way to do that is scale down to a lower base chart, lower time frame, or a lower range chart for my case. So this is where I'll mark up the higher time frame first, the zone of the higher time frame, and then just find a zone somewhere that's within this zone here. Okay, so I'm looking for a pullback first for the market to come back and tap into this demand zone here. But at the whole time, I'm looking on my lower range chart. That's what it looks like on the lower range chart, to come back and tap the blue zone that I just showed you on the higher range chart. But then as it's retracing back to it, I'm looking for a tap into a high probability demand zone off of my lower range chart that is resting on the inside of the higher range chart. That's what the yellow outline box is right there. When you see the first tap right here, that's the first tap into the higher range chart. The market doesn't tap into our lower range chart zone yet. Pushes up, comes back down, breaks below this area structure here. Now, if you look here, we're actually looking bearish on the 24 range chart, but we're still overall bullish on the higher range chart. So when the market taps into the lower range chart demand zone that's on the inside of the higher range chart demand zone, this is what makes up a nice, sweet move back to the upside. You've got what's called multiple chart confluence there. You have to understand this. The more confluence you have on your side, the better off the trade is actually going to work out in your favor, okay? And this means right here, in this case here, we have two areas of confluence with two demand zones that are both high probability, and this is the reason why the market is going to push to the upside. Looking back at the higher time frame, it's rejecting off of this area here. You know, we can almost look for the market or expect it to kind of break to the upside and break in above these highs here, okay? Because on the move, when it was coming down towards the zone, it actually pulled back and filled in the gaps or imbalances on pullback, so leaving no gaps behind. So once it taps into our final zone on the lower range chart and it rejects it, we're looking for it to go back to the upside and look for it to take out the high right here. If you have imbalances or gaps, once the market taps into the zone above you, then the market could just go up there and fill those imbalances and then reject and maybe push back down lower, okay? But if those imbalances or gaps have been previously filled before it taps the actual zones, then more than likely once they reject from that actual demand zone, one here and then one here, then it's probably going to go back to the upside and do what? And take out the high, okay? So that's what I'm looking at, all right? As far as stop loss placement, you get in at the point of wherever the market reacts at on the lower range chart, that zone here on the inside of the higher range zone, the stop loss is going to go at the back end where the market reacts or rejects it. The moment it reacts, let me blow this up a little bit. We see it reacting right here. Taps the blue, higher range. Taps the yellow, lower range. I'm going to get into the trade right here on the first green candle close for myself more aggressively at 22,786 or at 787. You can wait for the break and close above by right here at 22,793 and then go long from there. But your stop loss is going to go on the back end where the market reacted at the actual last lower range zone, okay? At 22,781. Give yourself a few points, maybe 3 or 4 points back at the back end of it, so that way the market may push up and come back down. It don't stop you out. They love to do that to test people's stops, okay? And then you become liquidity. And then the market pushes right back up to the upside. This strategy has worked out for me time and time and time again. And not just for me, but a lot of our fellow traders that are part of our Discord community, they trade it just as well. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is right down in the description portion of the video. It's the first one. It is actually free to join the Discord. Yes, there is no fee. So come over and actually join us. Now, if you want to learn more about the strategy, more about the setups that I actually take, where I go into great detail on trades that I actually post over to our community members and post it on there on the Discord, then you may want to become either an elite or an ultra elite member. What do you receive with those two levels or two tiers in supporting? You receive the trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, the market structure video. That's what you receive for just becoming an elite supporter of the channel. If you choose to become an ultra elite, then you also receive what I just explained, plus my live recorded trading sessions, full length trading sessions where I'm walking you through setups I'm taking. You can see me take the setups. I'm talking to you about in the video content about structure, why I took those trades, what the market's doing, just the full mindset of what I was thinking leading up to those trades. Plus you receive the market recap video. So you get trade breakdowns, the video playlist, market structure, live recorded trading sessions, plus more market recap videos. All okay. So if you're interested in becoming either an elite or an ultra elite member, very inexpensive. I'm telling you, it's like pennies on a dollar a day. Trust me when I say that. Click the link down in the description portion of the video, and once you do that, it'll be titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Click that, and you have the option to either become an elite supporter or an ultra elite supporter, and you'll see the price point there. Very inexpensive, and that's per month. That's all it is. Okay. So again, very inexpensive. But if you have not subbed or subscribed to the channel, please take the time to go ahead and do so by clicking that button down below. And as soon as you do that, make sure to click the bell so that you do not miss any other uploaded content here on the channel. Last but not least, if you found value in today's video, if you say, hey, I'm gonna give the strategy a try, I'm gonna back test it, see how many times it taps into a higher base zone and then to a lower base zone. Trust me when I say this, these are the type of setups that actually work out, and the market moves pretty well and bounces off those areas again pretty well, either to the upside or to the downside. But again, you need to get the structure of the market correct in reference to which way to be traded overall when you're looking at the higher base chart. Okay, thank you for taking the time to watch the video content. I greatly appreciate everyone that continues to engage and be part of the community as well. If you are already trading the strategy, that's great. I thank you for doing so. But yeah, I'd like to know who out there is actually trading supply and demand today. Who's actually doing it? How many of you are beginner traders that are, signed up, meaning that you're actually on board and that's what you're trading? Like probably 98% of the time is supply and demand. Leave a comment down below. I like to hear from the guys out there in the community or in the trading world, okay, that trade futures, more specifically. But outside of that, appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend, and that's going to do it. Take care. See you in the next one.